All right, let's make sure everything's good. All right, let's make sure everything's good. All right, audio is good. What is going on, guys? It begins. It's finally here. Madden 25. I got the game, standard edition. I got it Friday night, downloaded it. It took forever to download, though. This took me damn near like 5-6 hours to download. But hey, I finally got my hands on Madden 25. Wasn't going to, like I said in my previous College Football 25 videos, wasn't going to pay extra for the whole deluxe edition bundle and all that type of stuff. Obviously, all of us have been waiting for College Football 25. But I got to tell you guys something. Leading up to the release of Madden 25, I got a little bit more intrigued about Madden this year. And it's not just because this is the first Madden I'm playing on the PlayStation 5, because obviously for those of y'all who have followed my channel or who maybe saw a boatload of the live streams that I did with Madden 24 last season, it was on PS4, which of course is old gen now. And I got a lot of miles out of Madden 24. The biggest miles I got out of it was rebuilds. And I really found out that I really enjoyed the rebuild process of a lot of teams. And of course, you know, every Madden is different sometimes. You're going to have some teams that need a new kickstart with, you know, a new quarterback, maybe a new running back or something like that. Rebuilding is fun. You know, I saw, you know, plenty of YouTubers doing it, and I pretty much enjoy it as well. Now, we're definitely going to be doing some rebuilds in Madden 25, but today is all about my team. Dallas Cowboys franchise, part 1, and we're going to start with the preseason. I just wanted to go ahead and kind of give you all my, before we kind of get into this, I wanted to kind of start out with just at the main menu, because even though I downloaded this on Friday, it finally downloaded at like, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning on Friday night, because I purchased the game and I downloaded it after I got off work at 6, but like I said, it took like 5-6 hours to download, so obviously I had to wait for it to download before I could do anything with Madden 25. Didn't even get into the main menu. I saw it for like 2 seconds, and then I went to sleep because I had to get up for work the next day. But I'm off work. My weekend has begun. As far as College Football 25 stuff, the Texas Tech Dynasty, it's not going anywhere. It will continue because I know there's, you know, a few people have discovered my channel through Texas Tech football fandom and everything like that. Don't worry. College Football 25, Texas Tech Dynasty is not going anywhere, but for this weekend, maybe more Madden 25 heavy with the Dallas Cowboy franchise, and I may start up the Superstar mode just because I did not get to play the Superstar mode on Madden last year, because by the time, because pretty much old gen doesn't have anything new when it comes to the Superstar mode or anything like that. So obviously, if you're getting Madden 25 on the old gen, you're not getting anything. So, and plus, it was time to upgrade because obviously College Football 25, and I said I was going to get Madden. I've got it. And I will say this. I don't really know how different the gameplay is going to be because I've been used to PlayStation 4 Madden play for basically the last, 5, 6, 7 years. So this may be a situation where it plays a little bit differently on next gen. I don't 100% know that, but we'll see. Obviously, we're going to play at least, we're going to start playing some preseason games with the Cowboys franchise, and I'll tell you guys what I think. But first impressions of the actual presentation of the main menu, better than old gen for sure. Now, I don't know if new gen looked anything like this, but I like the fact that we're using real NFL footage because I feel like it brings more life, that we are playing a football video game, and we're not just like having a basic menu with just a random guy standing there who's like a legend for Ultimate Team. And I'm not saying that Ultimate Team isn't a part of this. I mean, here, it's right here in the menu. It's one of the main things you can go to right off the bat. But based on what I've been looking at with Madden 25, franchise is looking better. Broadcasting is looking better. They got 3 broadcast teams. Although if I get that one female announcer, everybody's been roasting on TikTok and everything like that, really hoping I don't get stuck with, I think her name's like Kate Scott or something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about her. The only thing I did look up is that she's like the announcer for the Philadelphia 76ers. She should have been put in 2K, not Madden. I don't know what was up with that. But hopefully I don't get a lot of her, because if that's the case, then I'm just going to have to turn the broadcast commentary off. I've already had to turn off obviously the soundtrack, the music volume because of copyright. I don't want to get hit with any of that. And I'm sorry if you guys are seeing the same clips over and over again, but I do like the fact this brings more, a good presentation to the game. But hey, it's all about, checking out actually what is the gameplay, and I'm interested in that. So let's get right into this. Let's go to franchise, and let's start with the Cowboys franchise, and let's see if we can turn them into a Super Bowl team. So I'm going to go ahead and play offline like I always do. So it looks like that's still the same. NFL preseason roster. Start during preseason week 1 regular season or with a fantasy draft roster file. Okay, so I will say I'm actually going to do roster file because before I started this up, I actually made some moves to my Cowboys roster, and I also made some moves to the Vikings roster because today news broke out that they signed Stephon Gilmore, and you can see it right there. Obviously, I'm not going to be the Vikings, but I wanted to show you guys that I did make that move off camera because that just happened today where the Vikings signed former Dallas Cowboy Stephon Gilmore. I would have liked to see him come back to Dallas, but Jerry Jones is cheap money and all of that. Now, with this Cowboys franchise, guys, I would honestly say buckle up for the first off season because we're going to be trying to retain quite a lot of talent to keep this team in Super Bowl contention. But you can see it right there. So obviously, I know that this that the presentation is a little bit different. It gives you the rankings of actually in real life of how this team did in real life the previous season. So passing 8th, rushing 30th, blocking 14th. I'm not really sure how the Cowboys were 8th in passing because Dak Prescott was 2nd in the league in passing, I believe, last season in real life in terms of stats. But then again, the Cowboys only really have one dominant wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb. So that may be part of the reason that it looks like this in Madden. Pass rush 5th, coverage 6th, team speed 31st. I don't know really what factors into that. And then again, this game is still fairly new, so there may be patches or something like that. But you can see previous record last year, 12-5. Obviously, they lost that first playoff game against the Green Bay Packers. Not going to lie, still stinks. It still stinks. Even last night's preseason win they got against the Las Vegas Raiders, I was kind of savoring it a little bit because that's the first taste of victory the Cowboys have had to start 2024, basically. Because when the new year didn't begin until the playoffs, and they won against the Commanders. That was the last time they won. So the Cowboys finally have won a game in the year of 2024. I know it's preseason, but it is what it is. By the way, Brandon Aubrey, 66-yard field goal. Are you kidding me? If he does that in the regular season, move over Justin Tucker. He may be one of the best kickers of all time. But anyway, here we go. So I'm not really sure. So there's a lot of new of the dynamic scenarios and things like that. And I'm kind of debating about whether I want to go with, so coach, draft players, make trades, and control every player on offense and defense as you guide your team to the Super Bowl. Financial aspects of the team. Okay, so for this Cowboys franchise, I'm actually going to go with Coach Mike McCarthy, and we're going to keep things the same. I'm going to keep McCarthy in here as the head coach. I'm not going to do customized coach or anything like that. Let me go to league settings and make sure that everything is kind of, classic Madden meter. I'm guessing that's the kicking that I've been used to because this whole multimeter thing, I don't really know what that's about. I assume this is similar to the new college football 25 kick meter. And I actually never really explored if you could switch it in college football 25. But based on the fact that game is basically created from a brand new engine, probably can't change it to classic Madden because that's not Madden. That's college football 25. So I'm just going to go with the classic Madden meter. Now, quarter length, I made it 8 in regular settings, but I'm going to do the same thing here. Accelerated clock on, but I'm only going to actually go 10 seconds. Normally I go 15. I was going to go 10 seconds. Limit dynamic momentum, home field advantage on. Okay, so customize. Okay, so weekly training, I always want that on auto. Trades, I want to still be able to control all the off-season stuff, so we're not going to mess with that. Manual, contract negotiations, definitely manual. Scout college players, I'm actually going to do auto with that. I did look up in the download center, and it looks like there have been a couple of files that already have draft classes for the 2025 draft. Don't know how accurate they are based on the college football landscape going into 2024, but we will see. Reader depth chart, auto progress players, auto progress talents. I want that on. Tutorial pop-ups. I'm going to keep that on just because for this, in case there's maybe different controls. I can't imagine this game playing much differently than what I've been used to on PlayStation 4, but we'll see. And who knows? There may be entertainment in me losing. I've almost lost a couple of games in a row with Texas Tech Dynasty. Hopefully it doesn't carry to the Cowboys in Madden 25. Trade type enabled difficulty. Trade difficulty. normal. I'm going to keep it on normal. Salary cap, definitely want that on. Free agent motivation impact, normal. Practice squad stealing on. Relocation settings, disabled. Users only. I'm going to actually go to everyone, just in case maybe Washington wants to move or something like that. Staff talent cost modifier, normal. Injury on. One injury. Pre-existing injury on. Draft presentation, full, yes. Now, that's the biggest thing, and what is proven on saying, is that the draft presentation has been overhauled to the point where you actually see Commissioner Goodell hold up the jersey, and the player comes out and gets it. I think that's pretty cool. I know that, the biggest thing, like I said, when I looked at the deep dives from Madden 25, obviously these dynamic scenarios are cool in franchise. But the presentation aspect in terms of you can have different announcing teams. I mean, you got Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth in the game now alongside Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. I'll stick with getting Charles Davis and Brandon Gotton. Hopefully I don't get that Kate Scott girl and Brock Heward, I think, is the other guy. I mean, that announcing team doesn't make any sense. Brock Heward, I think, just announces college football nowadays. I don't even know what he announces. I mean, I know he used to be a Seattle Seahawks quarterback in 2001, 2002, something like that. Draft timer on, fantasy draft order standard, free agency negotiation on stage 1-5, stage 2. So that's similar. I'm going to keep it at that because I've been used to that. League type all, coach firing on, career clock on, breakout scenarios, I want those on, development trait, regression, okay, superstar abilities. Okay, so there's a few more features on next gen, it looks like. I'm going to do fill roster off because I don't know if I want random players to be there. Okay, so we're starting out in the preseason, and we're starting out with Mike McCarthy. Let's get the Cowboys franchise going. Let's get in the preseason. Let's get going. All right, so, of course, let's go ahead and take a look at our roster. Like I mentioned, I did make some moves off camera because there's been a few additions that the Cowboys have made in the preseason. They've made a couple of trades. They've added some free agents. But here's our roster going into year one. Now, the first thing I actually want to look at, just to make sure, just to see how accurate everything really is. So I want to look at team salaries, and I want to see what things are looking like. Okay, so 2025. So 2025, obviously that's a tell for whose contract is up. So this is getting pretty accurate. So obviously anybody that is in the zero in terms of cap hit does not have a contract after the 2024 season. And that includes Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Dak Prescott. So we've got work to do, big time. Micah Parsons is not guaranteed to be here in 2026. 2026 also looks like a year where a lot of the top guys are going to be looking for new deals. But Trayvon Diggs, though, looks like we don't have to worry about his contract for a little while. So that's at least one bona fide star that we know is going to be here. Malik Hooker, we're still guaranteed to have him through 2026. But as far as the rest of the guys, all these other guys are, going to be off the roster pretty much. So these are the guys who are going to the last year of their contracts as we gear up going into this season. So Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dak Prescott, and of course Brandon Cooks, Eric Kendricks, Bell, Anger, Elliott, Osa Odigizua, we got Jordan Lewis, and also Rico Dowdle. Jordan Phillips, who's new. Carl Lawson is new. Turpin, Freeman. Okay, and now we're getting to some of kind of the backup players. But you saw the contract situations that we have to deal with in the first offseason. Shoot, in the middle of the first season. We got to throw pretty much all of our money at CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott to keep them here. Because and then again, I'm pretty sure that once CeeDee Lamb does get paid, because listen, in real life, I do believe CeeDee Lamb is going to get paid because Jerry Jones always budgets, he always does, and hopefully that happens. But pretty much, I got a feeling because I'm starting this franchise before CeeDee Lamb's deal is done. That probably will not be updated in Madden 25. They don't really update contracts in this game. when the games had launched. They'll update the rosters, but they won't really update contracts from what I recall. So that's a lot that we have to deal with in the first season. Like we could win the Super Bowl and we could lose all of our players. And by all of our players, I mean our star players. I mean our starting quarterback, starting wide receiver, and quite frankly, some decent depth guys who I might want to keep on this roster after the first year. So we'll see. So I just wanted to look at that before we actually look at our roster. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the roster. Let's take a look at our roster, get a good rundown of it. We got Dak, Cooper Rush, and Trey Lance. You know, Cooper Rush, we're going to rock with him as our backup quarterback, and Trey Lance the same as third string. Cooper Rush I trust more than Trey Lance students overall, even though it's not a huge jump. I mean, those guys are in the 60s. It's not good. Our running back situation this offseason is going in an upgrade. Honestly, that may be the direction that we go in the draft because I don't know how much Zeke will progress during the season, especially being, 8 years in the league. His player tag is a bridge player. And then, player tags for Rico Dowdle, it says trade target young. So obviously our running back room is just full of a bunch of guys. There's no bona fide superstar running back on this football team. And I like Zeke. I still have my old 21 Zeke jersey, and it's good to see him back in Dallas. It really is. It's a good, fan favorite signing that Jerry did. But I mean, even in Madden standards, Zeke is on the downfall. 79 overall is our starting running back, our first stringer. It's not great. It's not great. So our running game, we're going to have to rely heavily on our passing game, which kind of indicates to me that unlike last year when we had Tony Pollard, maybe tough to go and win the Super Bowl even in the first year because of the fact that we don't have a solid running back. But we do have CeeDee Lamb. Brandon Cooks, 82 overall. We got Tolbert, Turpin, Flourney, Tyrone Johnson, who was one of the additions that I made off camera to get him on the roster. We got Cropper, Burnett, Harmon, Brooks, and McMath. We got a bunch of random receivers at the bottom outside of really Lamb and Cooks, and Tolbert as well. I'm hoping that Tolbert progresses a little bit, so maybe he can, if we don't let Brandon Cooks come back to the roster, maybe this season, but the next season, we can look to him as maybe being our number 2 receiver because we're going to have to sacrifice some. We're going to sacrifice some players to have enough cap room to do stuff because I want to have some cap room and some flexibility in the offseason to go get a really good running back because with the way that our roster is right now, I don't think that's a possibility. So we got Jake Ferguson, got Luke Schoonmaker, Pindershot, Bremen Spanford, and, of course, C, who is a long snapper. Shot. All right, the rookie Tyler Guyton, 74 overall. I'm hoping that 74 can get better. Offensive line-wise, we got a 74, 89 Tyler Smith, we got a 72 Cooper Beebe, we got a 97 Zach Martin, and a 76 Terrence Steele. Offensive line is pretty underwhelming compared to lines that this team has had in the past. But then again, no Tyron Smith, no Tyler Biotish, and yeah, the offensive line may have struggles this season when it comes to the sim numbers. DeMarcus Lawrence, 91 overall. We've got a 98 Micah Parsons. Now, Sam Williams is injured. He tore his ACL, so they do have this right where we're not going to be able to have access to him this season. Carl Lawson, he may be one of the guys that gets quite a bit of reps. And, of course, we got Al Quandin Muhammad. Defensive tackle-wise, we got Osa Digizua. Of course, there's Jordan Phillips there, 73 overall. Helps out with the defensive tackle spot, but still, we don't have anybody in the 80s for the defensive tackle spot. Left outside linebacker, Clark, 75. We got an 82, Eric Kendricks, but he's only here for 1 year. Don't know if I want to retain Eric Kendricks. He does fit our scheme, so that may give me a sense of maybe getting him here for maybe 1-2 more years. So maybe we can look to draft a linebacker to help out because Damian Wilson won't be here for too much longer. And Overshown still has some growth. He's a 71 overall, just like Wilson, and hopefully Overshown plays a full season and he progresses more than he did because he didn't play as a rookie. And we got a rookie, Maurice Lafau. Now, a lot of people are high on him, and I have optimism for him as well in real life. But 70 overall right outside linebacker as a rookie, he's going to be getting a lot of reps, and I hope that helps him progress. But this linebacking core is a bit underwhelming. It is. We don't have a bona fide superstar there. Maybe this offseason, if we don't spend a whole lot of money, maybe on somebody like, I don't know, maybe we don't bring back Dak. Maybe we just try to build this team around as much as we can, find a bus driver type of quarterback in the draft or even in free agency and just try to win that way. Maybe find a dominant running back and just basically have our quarterback beat Brock Purdy his rookie season. The 49ers got all the way to the Super Bowl by doing that. Okay, well, not this past year, but the year before they kind of did. And, yeah, so maybe that's the approach that we have to do to finally get the Dallas Cowboys to be a Super Bowl champion again. Because even though I've led them to Super Bowls in previous Maddens, in the real-life time frame that we're starting up in Madden 25, my mindset is still no Super Bowl wins in 28 years. So that's a long streak. Now, Trayvon Diggs, he is back, and he's a 90 overall. We got an 89 Deron Bland, which is kind of a little bit underwhelming. I expected Bland to be in the 90s, but coming off of that great record-breaking interception season last season, but it is what it is. We got a 77 Jordan Lewis. I don't really plan on keeping him here for too much longer. Andrew Booth, of course, you know, Nashawn Wright and Andrew Booth, that was a trade that happened in the preseason. Booth had a lot of playing time against the Raiders. He actually didn't do so bad. 73 overall, 70 corner. So we could use some help at corner. We could actually, this actually is a Cowboy team that I'm excited to kind of start up a franchise with. And, you know, not necessarily do a complete rebuild like I do with, you know, other teams in this game. But I'm excited about it because this team is not overpowered. There's holes that Jerry Jones did not fill this offseason. So, therefore, I'm going to try to patch up those holes and actually get some real players to help this team out. We got an 86 free safety and Malik Hooker still here. We got an 82 Donovan Wilson. So, we do have some guys in the 90s, and we have, you know, obviously a good punter and a good kicker. So, I mean, we've got some decent guys in the 90s. Our top players are Micah, Zach Martin, CD, DeMarcus Lawrence, Diggs, and Dak Prescott. Those are all the guys that we have in the 90s. And 1, 2, 3 of them are in the final year of their contracts. But we'll enjoy the season as it goes. But then again, I'm just thinking ahead, trying to think about what I need to do. So here's something that I'm actually going to do before we play at least the first preseason game is I'm going to get into training camp. I want to try to do some training camp drills because this is kind of new. I haven't really done this before. I didn't really do the training camp in the old Gen Madden because I just didn't really feel like there was any point of it necessarily. So I decided to go with this. So pocket presence. So I want to kind of see what this is about. So dodge projectiles, shatter targets, and learn why being a successful quarterback is just as hard as it looks. Now, this reminds me, and any old Madden players, this reminds you of the early Maddens when, you know, you had the mini camp and the training camp drills. Those were fun, and a lot of people, you know, enjoy that. So, yeah. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it with Dak because I want to see kind of how this works, but I also want to work it with a decent QB. Okay. So, okay. Well, dodging. You'll be awarded more points for better accuracy. Successfully destroying targets will increase your score multiplier, and being struck by a projectile will reset it. Okay, let me go ahead and just view the controllers. Okay, so I think everything is pretty much the same. So here we go. All right, there we go. We dodged the projectile, so that's... Whoa, okay, so all right, we got triangle right there. All right, dodge this one. Okay, I don't even know if I shattered the right one, to be honest with you guys. Okay, square, there we go. Dodging projectiles, we haven't been hit yet. Let's go triangle there. I don't know if we're getting close to a metal. There we go. Shattered another target. There we go. Triangle. Okay, it's getting a little bit faster right now. Okay, there we go. Square. Square again. Okay, it's starting to pick up the pace a little bit. All right. Oh, I threw it to the wrong receiver. Okay, all right. All right, oh, there we go. Finally got the target. There we go. Okay, so I got to move the targeting a little bit. Okay, there we go. Shattered that one. All right, so let's... Oh, man, I missed. Hit it. There we go, Dak. There we go. We only have 2 seconds left. And we got 14,000 points. Okay, so you've earned a bronze medal. Score 400 more points to earn a silver medal. Okay, all right, so pretty decent. I'm not going to try that again. So I want to see how many skill points that gives us to use on Dak. So that definitely was like the pocket presence drill from the older Maddens. Minigame complete. This was a solid effort, but I know you've got more in you. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we can still do. So we've done pocket presence. Okay, well I'm not going to do like all the drills because I kind of want to speed this up a little bit. So we have. Do we have points to spend? So hey coach, preseason's here. Means got a great trade block. Jalen Warren from Pitt has been put on the trade block. I consider him a possible upgrade from Ezekiel Elliott. Okay. So let me see maybe if I can at least look at the trade block. Okay, so I can look at the trade block, so that's similar. All right. So Jalen Warren was the guy they were talking about. He is an 82 overall, and he actually fits our scheme. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Okay. We do need help at running back. All right, well, let's see if maybe we could trade somebody what do the Steelers need? They need a QB, they need a receiver, they need a left tackle, they need some offensive linemen. We don't really have a whole lot of depth. If we were to trade for him, maybe we can trade. I know they need a right guard. I don't really have an extra right guard. Maybe we could trade Chuma Edoga. I don't think this will work. Sure, you want to submit this trade offer. Trade declined. Okay, well that's not surprising. Let's see about some others. Well, Hoffman's not going to be too much. Is not better than Edoga, so I don't think we're going to get too much. Don't really want to give away picks yet. We do have some extra defensive tackles. Chauncey Golston. I don't think this will be any better. Nah, that's going to be declined. If we want to trade for Warren, we're going to have to probably give a decently solid player or a pick. And I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole just yet. Well, Jordan Lewis is in the final year of his contract. Maybe, no, I don't know if I want to do Booth. We do have some extra safeties. Maybe we could trade. I don't want to trade for Warren. I know that was a message that that somebody was suggesting, but I'm not gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on that just yet. I really want to kind of honestly get into some gameplay. So I'm actually going to play the full game. Normally I do play the moments, but I'm going to play the full game just because I want to get the full experience, and I just want to do it. Okay, so let me see. Let me edit the CPU uniforms. They got the current away. Let me make sure. So I'm basically having the same uniforms like we had when the Cowboys play the Rams in real life. So here we go. I know it's preseason, but this is my first Madden 25 gameplay, so y'all are going to see me play Madden 25 on next gen for the first time live.
The rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the
Here we go.
Cowboys and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
Well, the presentation looks better on new gen, of course, for obvious reasons.
This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, we actually do have Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. Oh, I don't know why I kept saying Chris Collinsworth. There's actually Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. I stand corrected. I like the fact they mixed it up this year with the announcing teams. Then again, College Football 25 did the same thing in terms of having two different announcing teams, so I like that. I think maybe EA Sports with College Football 25, they put a lot of effort into it, and the people of Madden just said, we have to add some more because there's a football game that is competing directly with us. So we need to add more. So I like that. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on the call. So this is going to be a little bit better than what I've been hearing every with Brandon Gotton and the others. So obviously there's a new kickoff rule, but we still got an opportunity to return it with Cavante Turpin, and we actually got a decent return there. unlike the Cowboys do in real life, we're going to play our starters because I want to see what we are capable of and what this offense can do. So here we go.
A season ago, already his 9th year.
So here we go. The scoreboard at the bottom looks pretty different. And then again, like I said, this is all new to me. So, all right, I think it's only appropriate that we start with a pass completion to CeeDee Lamb right off the bat. There we go. First play of Madden on Next Gen, and it's a nice throw. All right, let's go with power here. Get Zeke going. Welcome back, Zeke.
These reps in the preseason are invaluable.
Come on, Zeke, get outside. There we go. O-line, get that block for me. There we go. Probably shouldn't have tried to juke like that. Some of those controls are kind of the same, so I don't think this would be too much of an adjustment. And then again, I've been playing for College Football 25 over the past month, so, feels pretty similar. 3rd and 1. Let's not play around. Let's pick this up. Let's run this football. Pick it up. It's kind of refreshing hearing a different broadcast team in Madden because we've had Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis for 10-plus years, it seems like. Ferguson, oh, there we go, down to the 1-yard line. Woo! Did a little flip right there. There we go. That's probably a flag, though, for excessive celebration. All right. Zeke, get in there. Welcome back to Dallas, Zeke. All right. First drive, down the field. So this is the classic meter that I'm used to, and Brandon Aubrey is butter. All right, so we had a good opening drive. Let's see how we play on defense now. New kicking styles, placement for trying to kick the ball in the loading zone. It's ball setting useful in most scenarios. Deep style is out of the end zone. Use this late in games and try not to give up a big return. Power squib. Okay. Go with placement is the selection here. Let's see what that does. All right. Well, that's going out of the back of the end zone. Here we go. Rams have their first string out there just like us. So let's see if we can play well on defense.
Only Aaron Rodgers has thrown for more yards. Hard to believe, Greg, it's already season 16 for the man out of the University of Georgia.
Ooh. Cal gets a big play on us. Catch and run on us. Defense has never been my strong suit when it comes to Madden, so bear with me, y'all. Oh, he dropped it? Yeah, he did. Incomplete. Nice hit by Deron Bland there.
What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving.
So I'm going to cover one hide. I'm going to adjust this a little bit.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
3rd and inches. That's still a pretty decent catch. Well, the mechanics look similar to College Football 25, I'll admit. But, I mean, it's not like a reskin, anything like that, in my opinion. It plays differently. Ooh, good hit there by DeMarcus Lawrence. Shut down that run. Rams are going to be punted. So we let up a first down, but we didn't let up anything beyond that. So nice job by the defense. And this is kind of playing similar to what I'm used to when it comes to Madden, even on the old gen. So maybe the learning curve won't be as deep for me coming to PlayStation 5 as opposed to PlayStation 4. So it should be good. All right, here we go. Hand it off to Zeke. Another nice solid run. Give him some work. Stick.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott.
We go C. Oh, watch. That's weird. 3rd and 6. First 3rd down I think we faced in this game.
From the shotgun, and
didn't have enough time. Took a sack. Well, not an ideal series there. Didn't look that good.
So on 4th down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger. As he's on here to punt this one away.
Ooh, tried to go with the hit stick with the rookie Carson. It actually looks like we caused an injury, so ooh, nasty. Phillips, the new deep tackle in there. Oh, man, Puka Nacua burned us for a big play. It was a big play that the Rams needed to ignite their offense. First quarter's almost up, though. I don't think we're going to be seeing too much more of this offense. And Stafford threw it away. All right.
It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come on, D-Law.
Here's a handoff.
Oof. Oh, man, it was so wide open. Touchdown Rams. Kyren Williams just ran it right down our throats. They got this game tied up now, so... We played well defensively the first series. Can't say that about series number 2. We got a few more seconds left in this quarter, so... Second string will probably be out after we run maybe 1 or 2 more plays. We do have a chance to return this one. Turpin getting a chance there, but he didn't really get too far. He got to the 34-yard line, which was still pretty solid. I want to see if I can complete one more pass. Dak before the rest of the first string offense sit on the bench on CD. There we go. Make that catch. There we go. We'll get you a new contract soon, CD. We'll get a new contract for you. Don't worry. 7 seconds left. Let's run one more play with Zeke. They also have Dak's cadence in this game. Y'all probably can't hear it very well, but he does do the, yeah, here we go. So they did get that in the game as well, which is pretty nice. And that's the end of the first quarter. This game is tied up at 7. Had a pretty good opening touchdown drive, but second offensive possession we had bogged down. We got the touchdown with Zeke. Rams scored with Kyren Williams on a touchdown run. Mike McCarthy looks skinnier. That is not Mike McCarthy. At least it's not fat Mike McCarthy. I mean, I don't know who that... I mean, that is McCarthy. That looks like him, but he's not that skinny. You guys know that Mike McCarthy is a big fella. All right, second string is in here. This is Rico Dowdle with the run there. We've got Cooper. We got Turpin. We got Florney, the rookie out here. Or Flournoy, I think. Turpin with the catch. Breaks the tackle. There we go. Inside the red zone. Here we go. Nice play. Hopefully Cooper Rush can pick up where Dak left off at the end of that quarter, because he was playing pretty well. Tyrone Billy Johnson on the receiving end there. Inches to go. Nice catch. He may be our 5th receiver based on overall wise. I mean, Tyrone Billy Johnson may be the guy. Even though in this game it doesn't say Billy Johnson, I know that's his name. They just probably forgot to put that in there. They didn't have time to fix it because they don't really, they don't like fix every name or every little thing that's wrong with a player in these games. We know Malik Davis gets some carries now, but he's been stuffed in the last 2 run plays. So now we're 2nd and goal. See about the rookie Flournoy. There we go. And the rookie is in the end zone for 6. Nice. Second string led by Cooper Rush on their first opportunity. They took it down the field and scored. Looked pretty good doing it. Got the lead back 14-7.
The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone.
All right. So looks like not Stetson Bennett. I don't know who number 11 is. That's not Brett Rippon, is it? He plays for the Bears, not the Rams anymore. I don't know who that is. All right, D.
The motion man is Johnson.
All right, D.
Now a second down throw for Garoppolo.
Just checking audio during that play, which distracted me a little bit.
Not until he crosses midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Nealon, the rookie, gets in there. There we go. Nice tackle.
It's second down.
Come on. Get in there. Oh! Had a chance there. Fortunately, Phillips was just too slow. He couldn't get through there. Right, let's go with a blitz. Give him a gamble here. We come with the blitz, shut down the run. But we put pressure on the quarterback instead. That's even better. Who was that who came on the blitz? Damian Wilson coming in there with the heat. Good call to call the blitz.
Much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand.
Well, they're going to punt this thing out of bounds. I think that went out of bounds at like the 16-yard line. So
out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20.
All right. Schoonmaker was so open, y'all. Oh. The pressure came right at Cooper Rush, and he couldn't get it away. Flournoy, there we go. Hit the rookie again, first down. There we go.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Rico open in the flat. Oh, I thought maybe I could run away from that guy and break that tackle, but couldn't quite get it done. I got to hurry up here a little bit. We're kind of getting into less than... Just throw it away. Everybody was covered. It's 3rd and 9. Trying to run this 2-minute drill if we can, but I don't know if we can get down the field in time to really do anything. Oh, got hit as he threw. Billy Johnson might have had a chance at down if I had more time to throw, but couldn't get it. Fortunately, they didn't call a penalty. All right, well, they got a chance here. They have all 3 timeouts left, so do we. Get that tackle. There we go. Rams call a timeout. They're first.
Second down, Garoppolo.
So Jimmy Garoppolo is their backup quarterback? They must have signed him off the waiver wire because Jimmy Garoppolo is not on the Rams. I don't know.
Jimmy G working from the gun here.
They said Jimmy G. Oh, man, he was wide open on that play. They only have 1 timeout left. So... Overshown. Get him in there, and it didn't quite work. Kind of moving the ball on us. They call another timeout. They're out of timeouts. They got 49 seconds left. Come on, D.
From the shotgun, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, man, I missed time the hit and everything on that play. And they got another first. Moving the ball pretty well on this possession. This is concerning right here. Oh! 2nd and inches. Less than 30 seconds left.
But I can promise you the amount of time these 2 guys have spent together.
Well, they caught that one, but the clock's still rolling.
Just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult.
Another catch. But that's the end of the half. I don't know why they didn't kick a field goal there. That was a very questionable time management at the end of the first half. I don't know what they were doing.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us.
And it sounds like Jonathan Coachman is still the halftime show analyst, but it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Garrett? What's up, man? Set offensive focus. You know what? Let's throw it short. Set defensive focus. Okay, so this is new. We can change our game plan in the second half. Defend the medium pass. We let up some of that.
Thanks a bunch. We'll see
Of course, Rams get the ball to start the second half. Here we go. Let's get ready for the second half. We're up 14-7, but the Rams moved the ball down the field very easily on us. They didn't kick a field goal. I don't know what they were thinking. They didn't kick a field goal. They didn't try to go. I mean, they were trying to go for the touchdown and try to be aggressive, but they ran out of timeouts, and I don't know what that was. I don't know. I'm guessing that's just like broken Madden logic that the Rams just did right there. We go. Overshown making the tackle right there. There we go. Cloud. Overshown. Get there. Okay, force the pressure, force the throwaway. There we go. Okay, let's try to get off the field here, guys. I wanted to switch the play, but I didn't. Oh, it doesn't matter. We get a pick with Jordan Lewis. Go, J. Lou, go. Go, Jordan. Touchdown, Jordan Lewis, pick 6. Let's go, D. Nice job. Beautiful.
Continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now Greg, they scored.
We get like Keemon Hall from last night with that pick 6 against the Raiders. I don't think anybody will remember who Keemon Hall is after that preseason pick 6 he had. Still, that was a great play last night that Hall made, and the guy's an undrafted free agent from North Texas. So hey, undrafted free agents making plays in the preseason, splash plays. Love to see it. Plus, it made the difference in the game. He gets that pick 6. It's 20-12, and then the Cowboys just stomped on the Raiders' backups for the rest of the game, and that helped get the win. So it is what it is. And we let up a big pass play right out of the gate in the next possession. Fortunately, we got a little bit of breathing room with that touchdown. Overshown. Overshown almost got a sack there. That was close. Came there with the pressure. We almost got to Jimmy G. Get there. Goodwin has been on the tackles, but he's also been torched a little bit in this game. No wonder he's a special teams ace, not a cornerback ace. Awesome. What are you doing over here? I want to see what you're about. New free agent acquisition, and oh my goodness, we let up just. Ooh! Woof. That was a good throw by Jimmy G. The safety was out of position right there, and that was easy pickings for the Rams. All right, well, hopefully we can get something going on offense again. Then we got our backups. Don't really think I'll be playing Trey Lance this game because I just want to see what Cooper Rush has. Want to see him extended playing time a little bit. And Rico Dowdle had a pretty nice return. Takes it up to the 28-yard line. All right, so let's try to get something going on offense, boys. We struggled the last couple of possessions. Risk, but I'm going to run it with Cooper Rush, and he gets 7 yards. Not a scrambler, I know, but it was open up the middle. Figured I'd take a chance. It's audible to spacing. Let's get Turpin on the slant here. Here we go, Turpin. Make that catch. There we go. First down on the slant route. That's easy. Get some easy completions for Cooper Rush. Just keep this ball moving. Stretch play for Rico. Fortunately, there was nobody there to block. Lipke was there, but he blocked his guy, but Rico couldn't make that guy miss. All right, Johnson, come on. Held on to it. All right, good catch. That was a tough one. He was sandwiched between 2 defenders, but he made the grab anyway. 3rd and 1. All right, let's pick this up, Rico. Or excuse me, Royce. Royce Freeman in the game. Come on, Royce. Here we go. Power forward, first down. There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Let's see what he can do. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did.
There we go. There we go, Turpin. Nice throw, Cooper. There we go.
To the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here.
Oh, that was a bad read. It's a bad read. Could have been a pick. Inside zone. We said the halftime adjustment is run the ball more inside. So I'm going to do that. Oh, it's beautifully blocked. Touchdown, Rico Dowdle. 6 points. Second rushing touchdown for us this game. Zeke had the earlier one. Rico gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice run. All right, got a 2-touchdown lead here in the third quarter. Things are going our way right now in preseason game number 1. Hopefully we can tighten up a little bit on defense, because that was a pretty ugly play from the secondary to let up that touchdown pass, because that guy was all alone back there. Come on. Oh, Rashawn getting there. Oh, we almost got there with a sack, but they got us with the screen pass. Of course. That was a well-designed play, I'll admit. Got us pretty good on that screen. Oh, Rashawn, get off your block, man. Oh, that's a pick. That's a pick. Marquise Bell, there we go. Back at safety where he belongs. Unfortunately, looks like we got an injury. I think that's Carl Lawson. That's not good. It's a new guy we're relying on at defensive end with Sam Williams out for the year. Luke Davis left his feet there. I don't know why, but that wasn't a very good move. Bruised ribs will return soon. Let's put Muhammad in. It's preseason. I don't want to risk any further injuries to my guys, especially Lawson, who we brought in as a free agent signing, who's kind of new to the team. So yeah. Well, that's the end of the third quarter. We have the ball again. We're up 28-14. Just got to hold on to this lead, and we'll be home free. So there we go. All right, let's one pass option. Yeah, it's going to give me the tips. I know the tips. We can throw it quickly. Quick throw. There we go, Turpin. That was the quick throw we were looking for, and he got us a first down. Nice job. Turpin can be utilized on offense a little bit with that speed and, basically being a slot guy. Tyrone Johnson with the catch. I think that's the second reception of the game, first down. Stretch play here. It was decently blocked, but Rico's had a tough time kind of making guys miss, But I'm not putting too much blame on it. We've got backups in there. And, our starting offensive line is, a little bit worse than previous years, so backups are even lesser. I'll tell you what, Tyrone Johnson, you may be making the team if you keep catching every single ball thrown your way. And pretty much this game, you've done that with Cooper Rushing there at QB. So keep doing that. Oh, that was not a good throw by Cooper. Let him too much there.
We've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his.
All right, slant Billy Johnson again. Now it's third down.
What's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On third down, they'll set up to throw.
Oh, shoot. Had to just take a sack there. Punt it. Couldn't find anybody open, so I just had to eat it. Decent punt, though, by Anger. And Carlson closed in along with Goodwin to make it. Nice job. It's fourth quarter. Got 4 minutes left in this game. And we get a sack. Let's go. Mozzie Smith coming in there with the sack. Let's go. Nice job, big fella. Scott Jr. with... Oh, no, yeah, Booth. That was Booth. Excuse me. Andrew Booth Jr. Oh, Rashawn, get in there. Oh, he almost got there. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Made him throw it away. Now it's fourth down. It's 4-down territory for the Rams. There's 3 minutes to go. They're down by 2 scores. They're going to keep throwing it.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down.
intercepted again. C.J. Goodwin, he's had a tough night, but he made up for it with that pick. Our special teams ace playing corner, and Overshown is down. Oh, God. Not now, Overshown. We don't need this now, man. All right, well, hopefully it's nothing serious. We already saw Carl Lawson go down with an injury. We can't afford to lose a lot more depth, guys. At this point, we're just going to keep kind of running the football. We're up by 2 touchdowns. Ankle bruise will return soon. Okay, so it's not that serious, but still, I'm going to put Buddy Johnson in for the rest of the game if we go back on defense, just because I don't want to risk any injuries in the preseason, or re-injuries. Stretch play again, Rico. Some decent blocking there. 2 yards short. All right, we're almost at the 2-minute warning. We're just going to let that clock tick down, and we'll start running it, taking a few knees, and getting this game over with. Overall, nothing too overly dramatically exciting. First string looked good. Second string has looked pretty good at times, led by Cooper Rush. So overall, pretty excited with both sides of the football in preseason game 1. So, yeah. Running game hasn't been overly too impressive, I'll admit, but it's only preseason and we still have ways to go. So unfortunately, they actually stopped us on 4th down and they called a timeout. But let's go ahead and kick this 43-yard field goal with Aubrey. Come on, Aubrey. Automatic. Brandon Aubrey makes his first field goal of the preseason. Pretty easy one. I mean, that was, a 33-yarder, I think. So that's a gimme for him. Compared to what he did with that 66-yarder last night. That was crazy. It would have been, he would have tied Justin Tucker's NFL record if it wasn't in preseason. So, take that with a grain of salt, NFL. But still. But I still think Brandon Aubrey is one of the best kickers in the NFL. Only 1 year in Dallas, and he's already making a name for himself. We'd love to see it. USFL star turned NFL star. Rams are just getting desperate. They're just going to keep throwing. Overshown, get there. Oh, Overshown did come back, and he got the sack. Let's go. Perfect. There you go.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play.
Nice sack.
The complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately.
Tampa 2 here. Mozzie Smith, sack number 2 for Mozzie. Let's go. Perfect. Rams call another timeout, down by 17. They're just trying to get any points at this point in the game. Sky press, let's go with that. Kind of not really have a prevent defense, just want to kind of, not give up anything too crazy. Just to kind of keep the guys playing. And it's incomplete. 4th and 24. And they're going to go ahead and go for it just to get points. I'm not surprised at that. It's preseason. Go for it.
Now Garoppolo.
Oh, man. Okay, first of all, how is Cooper Kupp on the field? He snuck on the field to make that reception. Well, that was kind of an embarrassing play to give up in the final minutes, but it is what it is. It's preseason.
First down throw for Garoppolo.
Oh!
That's made right side. It's Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Another sack. Oh, no, he didn't sack him, but he knocked the ball away. Forced the pressure. Oh, was it a sack? I think it was. Wow, Mozzie, you have been on a tear these last couple of possessions, and he gets another sack. What is that, 4? Is that 4 sacks for Mozzie? Man, he's playing like he could be first string going into next season, no question. Big Mozzie, let's go.
To disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They'll throw now, 3rd and 4.
And Overshown gets in there with another sack.
He's under siege. That is 3 in a row.
3 sacks in a row, jeez. That's deflating for any offense. Well, that's the end of the game. We take care of business, 31-14, blow out the Rams. First string looked good, second string played pretty well. Overall, pretty solid outing. Nothing really crazy to write home about. It's preseason, so we'll take this the way we'll take what we can.
Do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Like I mentioned before, pretty refreshing to see a different broadcast team. I think this year, EA Sports just said, okay, we have another football video game that is going to be in direct competition with something that we've been putting out as the same product virtually every year for the last, 10 years. So how can we make it different? Let's update the presentation. Let's give players new commentary teams. And let's do more of those dynamic scenarios that are more like real situations. So, hey, EA Sports, I think you're finally coming around very slowly. The jury's still out on you in terms of some things that we still want in Madden and even the new college football game for next season. So, yeah. So here we go, storylines. New message, offensive coordinator. So what do we have here? All right, Bill Duncan, our offensive coordinator. Ready for the press conference this week? I assume they're going to ask me about position battles. They might. Just be careful what you commit to if they do. Got it. Okay, so this is our first press conference with these new dynamic scenarios. So I want to see how this is. I've seen some of this gameplay, but haven't experienced it for myself. Next question. Okay. You should be having a halfback position battle according to most experts. Which stat will determine the winner of the battle between Ezekiel Elliott and Rico Dowdle? Let's go highest yards per carry. Whoever finishes the preseason with the highest yards per carry. Perfect. We'll check back in a few weeks. Okay, so I guess that does give me no more questions. Okay, so it's just one question for this week. So I guess at the end of the preseason, we will take a look at the scenario and see what it is. Okay, so we have another press conference, media availability. I assume it's going to be different than the one we just did, but let's see. All right. Good morning. Time to kick off the season. Now that we're in the middle of camp, I've got some roster questions for you. Great, let's go. Quick question about outside linebacker Damone Clark. What do you have him working on in training camp? I don't know how I'm going to answer this. Let's go play recognition. Play recognition. Great. The fans will be very excited to hear that. Camp games. Your linebacker has been working all camp and received +2 to play recognition. Okay, well, hey, that's positive. Never want to see anything trend down. All right, so storyline player meeting. Okay, so this is a new scenario that I think they kind of added to the whole dynamic scenario kind of like storyline thing. Oh, no, this is the practice field interview, I guess. Seen this in gameplay. Oh, so this is Malik Hooker. Coach, my A's been telling me that my personality can be a problem at times. There may be some truth to that. Be honest with me. I know I'm intense. Would you change that about me? Dude, I want you to be more of a leader. I want you to be more of a team player. I want you to be more intense. I'm just going to say I don't want you to change. I don't want you to change. Thanks, Coach. I really appreciate that. Trust gain. You earn trust with this player by accepting who he is. His morale has increased by 20. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, well, that was a good opportunity to kind of get my feet wet with this whole storylines, because if I answered that question that Malik Hooker asked me in a negative way of saying like that, you know, you need to change who you are, you need to be more of this, and this, he probably would have lost trust in me, and it probably would have gone down. So kind of refreshing. So I played my cards right there and continued to earn more trust with Malik Hooker, which is going to be pretty valuable because, you know, I'm kind of thinking about down the line. You know, Hooker only has, I think, maybe 1 or 2 more years left on his deal, I think. So if I can keep him here for maybe a little bit while longer, that's definitely going to be worth it. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and play preseason game number 2. And we're going to play the moments this time to kind of just speed this up. I don't plan on playing maybe I plan on maybe simulating the final preseason game against the Chargers, or maybe just playing the moments again. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I'll see.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason.
So here we go, week 2. This live stream just going to be the preseason. We'll get the roster set up for week 1. Maybe look at free agent trades. I don't know. And then we'll just kind of put it to rest and go forward from there. And it sounds like that we have got Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen once again. So I'm guessing this announcing team is probably, I'm guessing this is the default one. At least in the preseason, it seems like this is the default announcing team that we get. But then again, we can get into the regular season and have a 3 o'clock matchup or a noon game or the Sunday night game or Monday night or something like that, and that could totally change who the announcing team is. Fortunately, we're 2 games in and we haven't gotten Kate Scott yet, so that's pretty good. All right, new one with Detective. Your defense needs help. Let's get tough. All right, so the Raiders are moving the ball on our defense to start out this game. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a stop on defense and stop this drive. Raiders, they got their first string out here. Move the ball pretty well on us. Oh, do we get an interception? Let's go. The rookie, Maurice LaFau. Let's go. Fortunately, it looks like Eric Kendricks is hurt. Oh, man, it looks like he hurt his wrist. That's not good. We got an interception. Let's go. New moment detected. Unfortunately, I goofed, and we have the ball at the 1-yard line because I didn't let Maurice LaFau stay in the end zone, take a knee. But when you got Zeke, and sometimes he makes some play like that, it helps you out. So good job with getting us some breathing room, Zeke. That's what we need. I want to run the ball more with Zeke because I really want to see what he has and what this running game can really be with him as the main guy. And so far, he's running harder than the last game. But then again, the blocking is probably a little bit better, too. Dislocated shoulder will not be able to return for this game. So Tyler Smith is hurt. Oh, boy. That's not what you want to see in preseason. Well, this probably means we're not going to let him play against the Chargers in the last game, which, you know, is probably an okay thing. But right now we have Chuma Edoga subbed in there at left guard. Hopefully this injury isn't too serious. CD makes the catch, first down. That corner was pretty tight on him, so I was a little worried about that throw, but Dak made a good throw, and we got the completion, first down. Let's go, Zeke. Oof. Really getting any blocking up front now. Second 9. Hooks. His first catch of the preseason. Let's go. Okay, well, we still got a little ways to go. For the corner strike. Lamb pulls it in, first down. Let's go, CD. There we go. Here we go, Ferguson. 7-yard pickup. There we go. Let's keep him honest. Let's run the football a little bit more here. Ooh, oh! If that guy wasn't right there, Zeke probably would have broken that tackle. Zeke first down. There we go. Red Raider Tyree Wilson in on the tackle, though. So that's positive.
Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
CD out route. There we go. Not quite a first down, but he was close. And this drive started at the 1-yard line. We take this thing going, but we're not. And we get sacked. It's 3rd down and 8. Well, we're in danger of seeing this drive bogged down, considering it started on the 1-yard line. But 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. Slower first quarter than last week. It's 3rd down and 8. And we still have our first string out there, so I guess they'll play the second quarter. All right, well, let's pick this first down up. Oh, CD, you're open. Catch that. There we go. He's down at the 1. All right, cool. Finish it off, C. Finish off the drive, man. Good, decent blocking. Zeke fights his way in. Touchdown. 99-yard touchdown drive. Beautiful. Awesome. 7-0 on the Raiders. All right, the defense got us the ball back. We got a 2nd down and 8. We're in the red zone. There's 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Get that block for me. There we go, Cooper. There we go. All right, it's 3rd down and 1. Let's change it to halfback dive. Let's run this football, not mess around and pick this up. There we go, Z. Kind of ran into the back of Guyton there, but he picked it up anyway. Trail shake. Ferguson, there we go. You're open. Take that move. Ooh, touchdown, Jake Ferguson. Made the move inside. 6 more points. And he's playing the violin. Okay, I don't know what that celebration was. Then again, EA is EA. We got another long drive going. Oh, wait, are we backed up? We're backed up again. First down. But we got a chance to go 2-minute drill here. Oh, let's see if we can do that. Brandon Cooks with a nice move inside. Timeout. Call a first timeout of the game. We got 46 seconds left in this half. See if we can get a 2-minute drill with the first team. This is good practice for him. Scenarios. I'd like to see this stuff play out during a game, if possible, even if it is preseason. But you practice. There we go. CD. Open again. Big first down. There we go. All right. Let's go quickly here. I thought maybe we could mix it up. Let's call another timeout. We lost a lot of time coming up to the line. Well, we may just be able to, unfortunately, only get a field goal out of this, but if we can get that, we will take it. Oh, Tolbert can't hang on to the ball. It was a decent throw. He was in position. That corner was there, though, but oof. You got to make those catches for us, Tolbert. We go outside. Cooks. Let's call it timeout. There's 8 seconds left. He didn't get out of bounds. So let's kick a field goal, 44 yards. Aubrey. And he nails it. 17-0, likely going into half. And the Raiders get a safety on us. This is obviously likely with us having the backups in there. All right, well, we simulated through an entire quarter. No score change. 17-2, which is very weird. I don't know why I decided to run it on 3rd down. I should have recognized it was 3rd down. That was my fault. Defense here for the only 2nd time in this playthrough. Lawson is over there this time. 4th and 3 for the Raiders. They need this first, and we're not going to let them get it. They are short. 6 minutes left in this game. It's stopped by the defense. We got the ball inside the red zone to start off this possession. Zone read with Cooper Rush. Gets a speed. Thought I'd give it a shot, see what he had, but not much. Illinois, another touchdown for the rookie. He had one against the Rams. Gets one here against the Raiders. Let's go. Took advantage of the 4th down stop. And he cashed in with 6. 24-2. All right. They got that first down on us.
They'll go. O'Connell.
Oh. He held on to that with like 3 of our guys around him. That was crazy. Well, that's the end of the game. Playing through the moments. Wasn't that big of a deal. 24-2. What a dominant win. Don't know how we gave up that safety, but, we went through an entire third quarter with really no score change. First string played very well in the first half. That definitely gave us the edge in this game, allowed us to get a pretty decently big lead and hold on to it. Didn't play much of the second half. But we did get a touchdown with Flournoy once again. So, and that pick on the first defensive possession was pretty big by Maurice Lafau. So the rookie showing up in the linebacking group. So solid. We're 2-0 in the preseason. No, it doesn't really matter, but still. All right. I want to see if maybe I can upgrade some guys. I don't know if I can. Well, then again, I've already set it to auto do players. Okay, position battle. Our halfbacks will be battling based on yards per carry. Remember to keep an eye on their performance over the next few weeks. Go to player stats. Okay, so let's see how we are looking. Okay, well, Zeke is averaging more yards per carry. Okay, well, Cooper Rush doesn't count. So right now, statistically, Zeke is leading the charge. He has more yards. He's averaging 4.7 per carry. Rico's averaging 3.5. So unless Rico has a very dominant game, probably going to rock with Zeke as our starting running back. But then again, not to say Rico won't get playing time, because he definitely will. So, and it looks like also, looking at the top stories, it looks like that Warren was traded to the Bucks. The Bucks have been what was on the trading block was Jaylen Warren, so he was traded to the Bucks. So one thing so it looks like on Next Gen that trades happen between other teams more often, because it looked like that on Old Gen teams rarely traded with each other, like players for players, picks for players, and all that type of stuff. So it seems like that on Next Gen, EA has invested more, which is obvious, but that's come to be expected with new gen and everything. I want to take a look and see if the overalls have gone up maybe with our running backs. Are they looking the same? Yeah, they are. Zeke's still a 79 and Rico's still a 74. So the overalls really haven't changed between the two guys, but it's looking like Zeke is going to be our starter. I mean, I could make a trade. So Jaylen Warren, of course, was already traded for, but are there any other running backs on the trade block that could be an upgrade? Jane Spears is on the trading block, surprisingly. So is Brian Robinson Jr. and Pierce. Makes sense that Pierce would be on there because the Texans have Joe Mixon now. Algier is also on the block. So is Mitchell and Dillon, who was somebody the Cowboys were thought to have targeted this offseason as a running back replacement, but they didn't do that. But, we don't have a whole lot of cap room. We'd have to give up, somebody to go get Spears to be our new running back. Like I said, we may let both Zeke and Rico Dowdle walk, and we'll just do a complete overhaul of this running back room, hopefully by maybe letting those guys walk. We can have some money, give it to CD, give it to Dak, and maybe Zach Martin, keep those guys here. All right, so storylines, new messenger. This is from our defensive coordinator, the fake Mike Zimmer, Brendan Washington, a.k.a. the fake Mike Zimmer. Coach, just ran into Jordan Phillips in the hallway, and it's pretty obvious that he showed up to camp out of shape. No way. I wish. Do you want to talk to him? Definitely. Yeah, I'll go find him in the locker room. Make sure you know his personality type before talking to him. You can find it in his player card. Okay. So let me take a look at his playing card and see what Phillips is all about. So let's see. View player card. Okay. So ratings. Okay. 54 ranked. Jordan Phillips has 50 morale, which is not currently impacting his overall. Personality, unpredictable, big hitter, bull rush. Unpredictable, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get out of this meeting, but let's get into it. Let's see what we do. All right, in the locker room here, training camp. hey, what's going on with you? I heard you showed up out of shape. I just didn't put in the work this offseason like I have in the past. Be a leader, set an example, leader personality. You're too unpredictable. Be a leader, set an example. You need to lead by example. Nah, coach, that's not going to work with me. Sorry for showing up out of shape. Phillips is out of shape, and his block shredding, strength, and stamina ratings will drop by 5 for the next 3 games. Okay. Well, that meeting obviously didn't go well. I went backwards. Okay. So, yeah, not good. But then again, here's the thing. Jordan Lewis is somebody who we traded for, just during camp. So it's kind of like, it's what it is. Let me actually double check in our roster and see our injury report, because I know that Sam Williams looks like he's out. Okay, so we actually do have some other injuries here. So Sam Williams does have a complete ACL tear. He's out 42 weeks. He is on IR, so we don't have to do anything with that. Snoop Connor is out for 1 week with a broken finger. He didn't even play. He hasn't even played. I don't know how he was. When did he get hurt? I don't know. And Damian Wilson's out for 1 week with a back strain. And Huggins has a broken finger. He's out for 2 weeks. So it seems like on Next Gen, also injuries tend to happen a little bit more frequently. But hey, it makes it more realistic. I want to play, when I play Madden, I want things to be realistic when it comes to franchise. I want the salary cap on. I want to be, restricted in terms of what I can do, because I'm not going to be OP and just, make a bunch of trades and future picks and, get, great players and everything. All right. Manage staff, manage roster, play preseason game. All right, then. Do we have new messages? No, we don't. Okay. So we don't have any new messages. All right. Well, we're going in our final preseason game against the Chargers, and I am probably just not going to play. You know what? Let me explore maybe a trade option for a running back one more time before we start the regular season. Just to see. I mean, it's going to take us giving the Titans something pretty valuable. We could actually give them Rico Dowdle. Then again, we get them the Cowboys running back. Well, then again, crazy enough, probably the reason they have Spears on the trading block is because the Titans signed Tony Pollard. So that's probably why. Could give them maybe our receivers, maybe Tolbert, but I don't know if I'm going to trade Tolbert. They need a linebacker, but they're not going to take Harvey. What about tight ends? Could Hendershot be trade bait in this situation? I mean, we won't have much leverage if we put him on there. Let's maybe see about maybe Chuma, Doga, and maybe a pick, but not anything too high. We don't really have any extra picks or anything like that. Let's see about a 4th rounder. I doubt this will work. Yeah, trade decline. We would have to give them more than that, especially for a running back that's in the 80s. Just don't see a scenario where we could do that without having to give up a decent amount. In terms of picks, in terms of players, don't see a reason to do it. Okay, then. Well, I'm actually not going to play this final preseason game. I'm just going to go ahead and advance through it and see what happens. So let's go ahead and simulate through the final week of the preseason and see what happened. Okay, so we got media interviews, position battles, and everything like that. Well, let's go to messages. Okay, so Braxton Jones from Chicago has been put on the trade block. I consider him as a possible upgrade from Tyler Guyton. I don't really think the rookie needs to be having somebody behind him. He needs to get out there and he needs to play. We drafted him in the first round for that reason. We're not going to do that. Managed staff. Okay, so we do have some skill points to spend for the first time. So that's good. Let's go to McCarthy's tree and see what we can do. So this is similar to old gen. So not really a big learning curve with this. This is all pretty similar in terms of what I was used to on old gen. All right, so we can't really do too much. So let's actually go ahead on the line with Bill Duncan. Let's go ahead and give him an upgrade there for our offensive coordinator. So Bill Duncan and Brendan Washington are Bill Duncan, a.k.a. fake Brian Schottenheimer, and Brendan Washington, a.k.a. the fake Mike Zimmer. Those are our coaches. They don't have real coordinators in the game. I kind of wish they did, because even in older Maddens, you had like real coaches at offensive and defensive coordinator and head coaches, which was really nice. You know, it made more of a feeling to it, like a real game. Okay, so let me go ahead and take a look at stats, because I want to see if Rico or maybe Zeke had a dominant game that kind of determines who's going to win the starting running back job. Well, Zeke clearly finished as the better one. So Zeke, 141 yards total in the preseason, 3 touchdowns. Rico had 1. So Zeke is going to be our starting running back this season. He's won the battle in terms of the whole press conference training camp competition that we basically created, or the media created. So, yeah. All right, so here we go. Storylines, right end position battle. I mean, the preseason's over, so I don't know which more we can do. Okay, preseason's over, and it looks like our position battle is complete. Yes, it is. Based on what you said in the press conference, Elliott won the battle. Do you agree that he won? Yes. Okay, I'm sure he and the team will appreciate you keeping your work. Okay, trust earned. Elliott has earned a +3 boost, ball carry vision, break tackle, stiff arm for the next 3 games. Okay, morale went up by 5 points for the whole team as well. That's good. All right, so we got a media interview, probably just them talking about the running back position battle, or maybe something else. We'll see. Hopefully it's not about Jordan Phillips again, because we didn't have a good meeting with him last time. Coach, we'll talk all the time about a team's identity. What can fans expect from your defense this season? Okay. Create turnovers and sacks. We'll be opportunistic and force turnovers and sacks. We've actually been doing that in the preseason, so that's a good precursor. At the end of the year, what would you consider successful? Okay. Let's go with 40 sacks, actually, because we got Micah over there. We'll cite the opposing quarterback at least 40 times. Jeez. Thanks, Coach. We'll be back at the end of the season. That is a lot of sacks to get, but we'll see. You promised team would get 40 sacks this season. But that was a tough deal to promise. Also, 18 interceptions? That's not just a few interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions. Okay, you promised to the defense 40 sacks. Okay, and this guy's still talking about Braxton Jones. Okay, well, we're not going to be making any trades. I don't think I can really upgrade any position other than running back, but even then we would have to give up a pretty good boatload in order to do that, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to check one thing really quick, guys, just from some other stuff, and then we'll keep proceeding with everything. Okay. Just had to check on something. Not really there, but it's what it is. Okay, then. So it is cut day. We got, I think, 75 players on the roster, so we got to cut 22 players, which is a lot. Okay, so this is all similar to what I've been used to for the last several years. So Trey Lance actually went up a point, even though he barely played. So he actually is probably, I'll probably still keep Cooper Rush as our backup quarterback. We got a bunch of running backs. We could move Snoop Connor to the practice squad. These guys are eligible for that. Okay, so I am going to, actually, I'm just going to cut Snoop Connor because I feel like putting him on the practice squad is useless. You may not see an increase. We're going to cut Malik Davis as well. I don't think there's really much more to invest in him. We got 4 running backs. We could move Deuce Vaughn to the practice squad, but something tells me he might get picked up, so I'm a little bit worried about that, so I kind of don't want to do that. We have a whole lot of receivers. Burnett really didn't play very much, so we're going to go ahead and cut him. Harmon didn't really play much either. We're going to cut him. Brooks we could put on practice. Tyrone Johnson actually kind of showed out a little bit in the preseason, a little bit more. What about any of these young guys? I'm going to put Cropper on practice squad, and I'm going to put Brooks on the practice squad as well. For now, let's leave that the way that it is. We can always come back to the receivers and make more moves. Ford, I'm going to go ahead and cut. Oh, it'll incur a penalty. All right, well, let's move into practice squad then because I don't want to deal with any penalties. Hendershot could be a cut candidate. I don't know. We don't have a whole lot of offensive line depth, so, Asim Richards has been with us for a little while. It will incur a penalty, so I don't want to do that. Could be moved. I could move him to practice squad. Dakota Shepley, though. So, yeah, let's go ahead and cut Shepley. He really didn't get much playing time anyway. Right guards, we don't have depth there. Right tackles, we do. Can we cut Josh Ball? It will incur a penalty. Okay, so we can't do that. That'll incur a penalty. Okay, well, let's put Nathan Thomas on practice squad. Fahoko, he could get picked up. Let's go ahead and cut Muhammad. Defensive tackles, we have a bunch of extra D tackles. Carl Davis, it'll incur a penalty. Oh, man. About Goldstein, that'll incur a penalty. I don't want to put Mozzie Smith on practice. Let's go ahead and put Justin Rogers on the practice squad. Unfortunately, I think he'll probably get picked up, which doesn't make me feel too good. Tyrus Wheat, I'm actually just going to go ahead and cut him just because he really hasn't developed much, and we got Willie Harvey this offseason as well. What about Damian Wilson? He had some decent moments, but I just don't have room for you on this roster, my man. Don't have any real depth. Okay, Josh DeBerry. He'll incur a penalty. So let's move him to practice squad. I'm trying not to get cap penalties in year one with the amount of cap space we probably won't have in the offseason. Eric Scott Jr. We cut him, and that'll incur a penalty. Let's move him to practice squad. Keep corners the way they are. We still have to cut 7 guys. A bunch of safeties. Wanye Thomas. We cut Red Wine. Yeah, let's cut Red Wine. Wanye Thomas, I don't want to cut him or even put him on practice squad. He could get picked up. All right, we're back at running backs. Can we cut maybe Royce Freeman? It'll incur a penalty, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to risk it and put Flournoy on practice squad. 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5. We have 5 receivers active right now. I really would like 3 tight ends to be available. All right, Richards, we're going to move you to practice squad. He'll probably get picked up, but we're going to have to just take that risk. What about defensive ends? Fahoko, I'm going to have to move you to practice squad. Move Wanye to practice squad. Let's do the sides of this roster. Any of these cuts, be a penalty. Maybe Juice Vaughn won't be picked up, so let's risk moving him to practice squad. The practice squad is full, so we can't even move anybody else over there. I don't want to cut Jordan Phillips, though. I'm going to cut Carl Davis, even though it's going to give us a penalty. Even though, it says that, Jordan Phillips could be a guy that we cut. I want to risk it because of the fact that, you know. Okay. All right, then. Well, let's advance to next week, to the beginning of the regular season. See if anybody got claimed. Hopefully, Deuce didn't get claimed. Something tells me somebody did. Okay, set season goal. Choose draft class. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that first. Import local file. Okay, so let's go ahead and select. Can we not use choose draft class? Import local file. We saved. We had that draft class saved. Can we not use that or what? Okay. Revisit the download center. Doesn't even give us the option to go to the download center. Okay, well, maybe this will something that they'll patch, but for this year, we're just going to have to do auto-generated rookies. Not really a big fan of that just because, they're random players. They're not real players. We have a bunch of, new players and everything. Okay, so that's the draft class. Media interview. We'll go ahead and kind of do this. Set the roster a little bit. Coach, going into the season, what area of this team is the strongest? Our defense. So if the defense is stronger, what part of the offense worries you the most? Running game. Our running game. Can you be more specific? Halfback. We need our running back to be more consistent. What would a successful season look like statistically? Ezekiel Elliott, 10 rushing TDs. Our starting running back ends up with 10 rushing TDs. Thanks. We'll check back at the end of the season. Right direction. You promise your starting running back would rush for 10 touchdowns this season. That seems pretty doable. Even based on sim, we should be able to get that. So let's set the season goal now.
The season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk.
Well, make the playoffs. I'm committing to that for the year for sure. We have those expectations. Scouts. I mean, I've got scouting set to auto. Recruiting is different in College Football 25, so yeah. All right. So I'm not going to make any more trades or anything like that. And that's going to do it for part one of the Cowboys franchise. Shout out to Big Beastly 124 for checking out the live stream. I appreciate the support, man. You were also in the chat for the last College Football 25 live stream that I did, so thank you very much for your support, man. But that's going to do it for part one of the Madden 25 Dallas Cowboys franchise. We got done with the preseason, so we're getting ready to head into week one against Cleveland. Probably will, can I simulate to the middle of the season or not? Or is it a deal where, oh, okay, so it does give me that option. Sorry, I just wanted to double check that before I moved on. So I can simulate to the middle of the season if I feel like doing that when I start up my next live stream. Because I don't really know, because I'm not going to play every game. Most of the games I'm going to play are in the playoffs and everything like that. So kind of the way that I do things in Madden, whether it's rebuilds or sometimes even during franchise modes, like with my favorite team, like the Cowboys, like I start out with. So anyway, thank you all for checking out the live stream. This is your boy Malin. I will see you guys in the next video. Probably going to be maybe a mix of College Football 25 and Madden this weekend. Not really sure how the order is going to be, but I'll make that decision when things get close. Obviously, starting out live streaming on Sunday night is not something I normally do. Want to do a little bit extra because I wanted to get Madden going early, just to get my hands on the game, play it, get some gameplay, see how it plays. Plays pretty much the same way, so we'll go from there. So thank you all for checking out the live stream, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.